As is often the case, today's first reading for the fourth Sunday of Advent is connected to today's gospel passage. Isaiah the prophet and King Ahaz of Judah have a dramatic encounter here amid the threat of an attack against Jerusalem and the king's efforts to build up the city's defenses. Ahaz has gone out to observe what is being done to secure the city's water supply in case of a siege. This offers the prophet the perfect opportunity to challenge the king to consider what he is doing to secure his kingdom's relationship with God. Isaiah invites the king to choose any sign at all that will convince him of God's love and protection over the city. Isaiah wants the king to trust that the attack he so much fears will never materialize. Surprisingly, the king refuses the invitation to trust. He already has his own plans in place and feels that asking a sign from God will be an imposition. Isaiah announces that God is going to give the king a sign that will make it perfectly clear his fear of attack is entirely without foundation. A virgin will conceive and bear a son who will be given the name Emmanuel, meaning God is with us. This name will give testimony to the faith of that young woman who knew of God's power to save and give life. Mary's faith stands in stark contrast to the lack of faith displayed by King Ahaz and his royal household. Today's gospel passage that we heard from the first chapter of St. Matthew's Gospel tells us of the fulfillment of the prophecy from today's first reading from the prophet Isaiah. Behold, the virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and they shall name him Emmanuel, which means God is with us. While King Ahaz said no to God, Mary says yes. Today we hear Joseph give his yes also to the dream, the angel's message, and to the responsibility of being a husband and a foster father. To what is God inviting us to say yes? The fulfillment of the prophecy of the coming of Emmanuel took a yes. It took the yes of Mary, whose responses to the very unusual message delivered by an angel was, "Behold, I am the handmaid of the Lord. May it be done to me according to your word." It took the yes of Joseph, who received a message in a dream to take Mary, who was with child, into his home as his wife. It takes our yes today, our commitment to be the bearers of God to those who need healing, understanding, compassion, and care. We say yes to Jesus by our commitment to the discipleship and stewardship way of life. We say yes to Jesus by building a fervent community of intentional and dedicated missionary disciples of the risen Lord and steadfast stewards of God's creation who seek to become saints. We say yes to Jesus as his disciples by following his commandments to love God and neighbor. We are challenged to say yes to Jesus' command to feed the hungry, give drink to the thirsty, clothe the naked, and visit the sick and imprisoned. St. Teresa of Avila said, "Christ has no body now but yours, no hands, no feet on earth but yours. Yours are the eyes with which he looks compassionately on this world. Yours are the feet with which he walks to do good. Yours are the hands through which he bears all the world. Yours are the hands, yours are the feet, yours are the eyes. You are his body. Christ has no body now on earth but yours." Emmanuel, God is with us in the Eucharistic feast we share at this time preparing for Christmas. May the food of his body and blood strengthen us to say yes to God's invitation not only during this Christmas season, but in the new year ahead and throughout our lives. May God give us this grace. Amen.